Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. So it's Monday morning and of course it's a time for another vlog. I'm really sorry I didn't vlog much last week. I actually turned 40, believe it or not, and my wife, she actually surprised me with amazing trip to the Rocky Mountains where we had a chance to spend this time together with my family. So I've decided to put the vlogs on the side for a few days and just basically start over with the following week. So I also want to say thank you everyone for all your messages, emails, cards, everything what I received regarding my birthday. I'm extremely happy and I'm extremely appreciated that you guys find the time and then have the moment to send me the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and thank you for everyone for remember about this kind of scary date for me, because I kind of start feeling old now. So I don't know, I hope this feeling will go away fairly soon. So I think I have to get back to work and just get this whole thing going, and then just take advantage of the near future, because that's what is, I think, in my opinion, extremely important. So today's vlog, I want to talk about soft boxes, and the main reason I want to talk about them is, well, first of all, this is one of the most requested questions I've been receiving all the time. So the first one is, of course, the gear and the lens. That's where people ask. And the second one is about the soft boxes I'm using. And I'm going to be basically talking a little bit about the soft boxes I'm using. So I don't have much knowledge about some other ones which are available on the market, and there's tons of them. So I don't really have much of an opinion about it, because I never have to try use them and test them and kind of have my own opinion. So I'll actually share with you guys my experience with the soft boxes which I've been using for my headshots, and I've been using them for many years, believe it or not. I didn't switch them to anything else, and there's few reasons. First of all, I found the quality which they have. After so many years, they still in the good shape. They still, I would say, I use them all the time, and the quality of light and quality of work I'm getting out of them, I don't really want to change them to anything else. So if I will see something which can produce and give me something could be better, then probably I would consider to switching them. But at this point, I'm gonna stick to them, and I'm gonna share with you why I'm using them. So as you probably know, and I've been saying that many times, the company what I'm using the alien chrome ones, and they called Rotalux. And they called Deep Octa, and basically there's two of them actually when it comes to the sizes. Is 27 inches and 39 inches, and people ask me about the sizes, but with those particular Deep Octas, as I said, there's only two sizes, the small one and the big one. So the first tip what I would like to share with you guys, and this is what I've learned from my experience: if you are looking to buying them, buy the big size for the main light, because I've been using the little one for so many, I would say not years, but many months as a kind of main light, the small one, and you don't get that kind of quality. I found like the light doesn't kind of wraps around the person as well as the big one. So the big one is the 39 inches one, and as soon as I switched to 39 and I started using as a main light, I found my pictures just turned way better. So if you're planning to buy those ones, get the little one, the 27 inch for your kicker light, and the big one, the 39 inches for the main light. I also tried to, I bought another one, the 39 inches. So I have two of them, and I use the 39 inches for the kicker, and also I use as a main light for some shoots, not all of them. And again, the bigger the light source you have, you will see dramatic difference in your outcome. So that's something what I would recommend. Although those soft boxes are not really cheap, they fairly expensive, and from one hand I kind of understand that, because again, I've been using them for I think 4 or 5 years now, and they still in maybe not perfect shape, but they really good quality, and they don't break. You know, the problem what I have, and that's what kind of always concerns me, I don't do much of a shoots in one spot. So I don't have a studio where I could set them up and kind of keep them kind of like put them together and kind of have them the way they are. I always have to take them apart and put them together. So that's something which, you know, most of the time, you know, those things breaks quicker. So that's why, you know, they've been actually putting apart and put it together, like I don't want to like say a million times, but a lot. Every shoot I go, I put them together, and after shoot I just put them apart, put them in the little baggie, which is also kind of really cool, and then, you know, they ready to go. So what else do I like about those soft boxes? So there's a couple other stuff. First of all, they're fairly light, so if you travel and you, let's say, do shoots all over the place, you don't have to carry really heavy you know, soft boxes. They really nicely kind of, you know, you can just take them apart, put them in your luggage, and then they don't take too much space and they don't take too much weight. So that's another thing which, in my case, whenever I travel or I, you know, do shoots all over the place, the weight is extremely important for me, because I don't want to say I'm lazy, but I don't want to carry things which I don't have to. And because they're good quality, they don't break, that's something which also is a huge bonus, that, you know, you can take them apart as many times as you want, and you're not gonna feel, you know, that, you know, they started kind of like, you know, breaking down or stuff like that. And I also move them around a lot throughout the shoots, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen some of my work where I actually just post behind the scene photo, and then I see the final image and the light are switched, or they just basically put in the different position. So that's something which is another, in my opinion, extremely important factor. And a lot of photographers, like, I'm not sure, but that's what I'm guessing, they don't move those lights much, and, you know, they set them up and they're good to go and they just keep shooting. I like to move my lights around to find the perfect balance when it comes to the shadows, the way the light falls on the person's face. That's something which I always adjust. I don't set up my lights in one position and, you know, I'm trying to kind of figure things out, you know, how to make this work. I move them quite a bit. So because they're really lightweight, that's something which, in my opinion, is extremely important, that I can move them around, switch them back and forth, do a lot of things, and then, you know, like it's not something that, you know, takes me hours or, you know, like a lot of time to move them around. And that's something which I never thought about it till actually a recent conversation I had with one of my fellow photographers who is shooting kind of different system, and he says to me that the biggest pain for him is that whenever he needs to move those lights, like his system he uses, because there's a lot of work, the heavy and you know, all those stuff which you know, just make this whole thing unpleasant thing to do, especially when you are with the client, and, you know, like you have to just move those things fairly quick. So the way actually I actually work with them, because as you guys probably know, I work with speed lights. I have this little guy which is bought from Amazon, and, you know, this is little thingy on the back where you actually just put your speed light in, and you can just tighten that up. So basically you just like take them, click them, you know, and you're ready to go. This over here goes into your stand, and you're pretty much ready to go. So another thing what I really like about those lights, and this is something which is, you know, most of the lights have them, but I just want to kind of say that. So you have like 2 layers of fabric, which you can soften the light even more. So the way I like to work is I use 2 layers when I shoot female clients, and then, you know, I use only one when I'm using when I'm shooting you know, a guy, because I like with the guys a little bit harsh life with females, I found like the double layer gives me that really softness on their skin. So that's something which is yeah, something cool. And again, you can put this whole thing fairly quick, that you don't have to just like, you know, taking these things apart. You just kind of doing it steps, and then you can adjust it the way you want it, and it's fairly quick process. Okay, so that's pretty much you know, the stuff what I use, and this is the soft boxes which I actually work with. Okay, so what I don't like about those lights, so there's definitely couple things which I would like to actually mention. So one of those things is this little ring, and sometimes what happens, those little knobs here, they got stuck. It's not a big of a deal, I think. You know, you can really kind of push them a little bit harder, but sometimes I found, like, you know, they get a little bit kind of stuck, so you have to just use W40 to kind of like you know, make them work a little bit better. I think that personally they could be a little bit better design and stuff, because I had those issues in the past, but you know, again, it's not a big of a deal. You can live with this, but I just want to mention that you know, some people might kind of like have bigger problems, because usually what happens is like one or two of them which have this problem, and also maybe because I've been using them for so many years, that's maybe they got really worn down a little bit, but they still work. It's not something which is, as I said, big of a deal. It's sometimes just harder to kind of pull them out, and then you have to just use a little bit more I would say power to kind of like, you know, put this whole thing together. But this is just this little thing which I just want to mention, because I think it's important, so you guys know about you know, those little things which, you know, might kind of like I don't know, make you angry at some point, because you know, when this whole thing gets stuck, that's, you know, like it's sometimes it's a pain in the butt to deal with, especially on the shoot where you have to just maybe, you know, put this whole thing fairly quick. Another thing, you know, you have little actually screw here where you can actually rotate the light. So there's those little things which, you know, kind of helps to set up the lights to the way you want it, and yeah, again, I highly recommend those lights. As I said, they're fairly expensive, so you know, it takes a little bit of time to save up the money for them, but you know, if you get them and you invest your money into those soft boxes, I can definitely assure you that you will be able to use them for many years to come, and they're not gonna disappoint you that, you know, they're gonna break on the shoot, or, you know, something's gonna happen to them, because again, I've been using them for so many years, and you know, they still work fine. I don't even see, like, being quite honest with you, and they've been just, you know, I've been just carrying them all over the place, and they get really beat up, but you don't really see much of it, like, you know, that there's some kind of, I don't know, especially inside. I just want to show you again, this is this like a silver thingy fabric, and you know, and this thing is not even peeling after 6-7 years, you know, because I know sometimes I've seen some photo shoots where a photographer had a soft box, and this whole thing inside was just like basically falling apart. So I don't know how they've done it, but they've done a really good job that this whole thing stays the same way, and you know, it's not you know, kind of, you know, peeling, right? Especially when this whole thing is bended all the time, or I travel, I put them into my luggage and it got squished or squeezed with so many other stuff. So yeah, I have to say this is really good quality stuff. So I think that would be everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I would definitely would like to hear your opinion, what you guys are using, and if you're happy with them or not. And then if you have any additional questions regarding those soft boxes, I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions and give you more information if you have some specific questions. And yeah, looking forward to the conversation. And if you guys would like to discuss this further, please put any comments down below. I'll make sure I'll respond to them, and yeah, let's keep this conversation open. So wishing you guys fantastic week. I hope that was interesting, and stay tuned, and I will be back actually in the next a couple days with another vlog. Bye bye.